Glad to have you along from Evanston, Illinois, Ryan Field. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the Maryland Terrapins and the Northwestern Wildcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. The Terrapins headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Slips through the line. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. They think there's room to run to the right here. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Got him in the open. Racing down the left side. He's at the touchdown, Wildcats. Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good.
Northwestern 6, Maryland 0. Number 98 set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, it's Williams. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Got him downfield. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. Throwing right. Pulls it in. It's Durr. Oh, he found a space on the touchdown, Terrapins! zone with a breakaway score. Extra point here will give them the lead. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Farrell. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Driven back.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Quarterback changing the play. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Finds his target. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Childs. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. Red pass hits complete. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
And how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snap. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And this guy's just starting to have a knack, just an ability to find the football, to make big plays. Some guys are just built like that. He gets the fumble here. Last week he had 2. Man, just finds the football in big moments.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Dropping back, it's Childs. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
Motion from the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for space. It's Dalton. Touchdown, Maryland! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Northwestern offense ready to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Wildcats are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Got his man on the outside. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Complete downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Drops back, it's Childs. Rushes on. Just got rid of that one.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. Nice play to knock that one down.
And the offense sees man-to-man and right away trying to attack that slant route. Like, make an easy pitch and catch. But how about the coverage? Nice coverage on the back end, staying in his hip pocket and getting his hand on the football.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to throw again. They're all over it. And down he goes.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hits inside. It's Danzy. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And they're not on the same page there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he almost had a pick.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Washington. Right down the middle. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Hands it off. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Running inside, it's Coleman Williams. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more.
Caught, and he's got room. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Straight ahead, it's Williams. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and
makes a grab and room to run. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Making the adjustment. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Hauls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Throws it back. Right side, it's Farrell. Finds some room. Touchdown, Northwestern. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're down 4, 17-13. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And that last completion left them with 2nd and 1. And this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Danzy. Pass to 6. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs. And
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. It's 24-13. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Making the adjustment on the play. Moves the pocket. It's Childs. Oh, pressure's coming. Holds it in.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. He's got trips left, single receiver right on 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long.
Ready?
They'll send the back in motion. Needs it here on 4th down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The give is to Williams. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Turns it upfield. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today. This one from 34 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield. It's Childs. Look out! And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
He only needs a sliver of daylight, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Gets the back moving. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Timeout on the field. Northwestern has called it. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They give it back to him. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to the ground game on the left. There he goes. He's at the 50. Past the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And that was a big touchdown because it keeps this thing within striking distance now going into the second half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. Let's start with the Western Michigan Broncos taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. And it's Western Michigan who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. And what it does is get this group to 9 victories. By anyone's standards, a darn good season. Now the question is, can they parlay this to postseason success? Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
To the air, it's Washington. Rush right in his face. It's a fumble. He recovers the fumble, and he's still going. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The run inside. It's Coleman Williams. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Pass to 45. Turning it on. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Maryland!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's changing the play. Back to throw, it's Childs. And he avoids the sack.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him this time. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Sets his feet. It's Childs. He's got the back in the middle. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Gonna look downfield again. Finds his man. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Out wide left, it's Bush. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Try to barge their way in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wildcats. On to attempt the try.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
So a drive there of 85 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Motion from the back. Got an alley. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Back to throw, it's Washington. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Fires to the middle. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Lots of room to run. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Gives it. He breaks a tackle. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Selling the fake. Under pressure. And he never had a chance.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
And it's gone! And now the lead is even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box. More big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They're going to ride this running back. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 4 receivers spread across the field, 3 on the right on 2nd and 4. Changing the routes with his receiver. Dropping back, it's Childs. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And this is why coaches get paid the...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. There he goes. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Four wide out set, three of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Wants to throw again. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unloads to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Snapped on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on 4th down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Can't get him to the ground. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Got to make the play on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good. You're late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Turning it on! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Northwestern right back to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage going to...
There he goes! A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give to the left. Fights off a defender. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Moving the pocket, it's Childs. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build